Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
How is it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Merry Christmas to everybody who's watching. I hope you've all had a brilliant day. Today is obviously Christmas Day. So yeah, I'm hoping you all had a fantastic day and you've not had too much to drink already. So I thought what I'd do is I put a question thing on my Instagram. You probably see it on my YouTube post as well. Thought I'd do like a subscriber question, like a Q&A. So I've had a few questions, and I'll obviously give a shout out to everyone who's asked the question and put their Instagram name up as well. So let's crack on with the first one. So this one is off Matthew Roscoe. Will you do car reviews? Yes, I wouldn't mind doing them. It's something I've not really delved into. It's something on YouTube. It seems to be done a lot, and it's sort of like the performance of the videos. It doesn't seem like something a lot of people like to watch, which is why I've sort of not delved into it. But I wouldn't mind doing car reviews if I could find the right car to review. Even review some of your subscribers' cars, like that. I wouldn't mind that at all. But yeah, it's something I could possibly, I might actually do. I don't know. I'll have to see how the next year brings, really. But we'll see. We will see. So the next one, it comes from Becky. Now, Becky's the one with a lovely Corsa, with all the Disney theme stuff. Like, you've probably seen it yourself at most shows. If you could own any car, what would it be and why? Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to you and your fella. Well, what if I could own any car? Ooh. I reckon it would have to be an R34 GTR Midnight Purple. I just absolutely love those cars. I would just love to own one. Obviously, I'm never going to be able to own one of them due to the price. I'm one of these people, if I won the lottery, for example, I wouldn't go out and buy a Lamborghini and all that. I'll buy some like JDM cars. Bit like Adam LZ, I suppose. But yeah, I would like, my dream car would be a GTR just because they're amazing. I love the sound of them. They just look epic. And the Midnight Purple, oh, what a colour. What a colour. But yeah, I really would love one of them if I could own any car. Obviously, that's never going to happen because I've not got hundreds of thousands of pounds to spend. The next one, Ash from Masters Mods. Obviously, you all know who that is. What happened to the Astra after you sold it? Well, that's an interesting question. Basically, from the guy, the group of lads I sold it to, an absolutely fantastic bunch. They got it back on the road, but turns out all the electrical problems were due to basically everyone having their hand in it and things being done wrong. From what they told me, the front fuse box and the rear fuse box was programmed incorrectly. The front UEC fuse box cradle, that was all bent and twisted. The throttle pedal had been installed incorrectly. The main harness plug that I had repinned, that had been pinned incorrectly. So yeah, it was just a bunch of things done wrong. So it seems like basically everyone who touched the car made it better for a little bit, then just made it worse and worse and worse. And then the last thing I heard about it was it blew up. Someone who brought the car blew the engine up. And then it was last thing I saw, it was at SM Voxworks with Simon Holden. It was at his last time I seen it. He had it for sale. He just fitted a forged engine to it. Obviously took the blown up motor out and then refitted a forged engine. But since then, I don't know where it's gone. I don't know where it is now. I don't know who owns it. I've not seen any sort of updates since then. So yeah, the Astra still lives on, I think, but I don't know where it is now. Right, next one. If you had the chance, a Gila VXR, if you had the chance to own a car from the Fast and Furious films, which one would you have? Now, I reckon it'd be from the first film, and it'd be the Mitsubishi Eclipse, the green one. Now, I know people, I'd want the Supra, I'd want the Skyline. I just think the Eclipse, it was just sort of like the first sort of like the car, apart from the Civics, like in the obviously the chase scene. The Civic's the first one you see Paul Walker pull up in, and it just looks amazing. Like it just, obviously all the sound effects, all the sounds from the car are all fake. I know that, but I just love that car. It just looked like bright green. It just looked epic. It really, obviously it's a car we don't get here in the UK, but I think it looked brilliant. I think if I could own any car from the Fast and Furious movies, it would be from the first one, the Mitsubishi Eclipse, and that's like the first two films were sort of the ones that were like about the cars before it turned into like an action flick and guns and stuff like that. We went it's gone a bit over the top, going to the space and stuff like that. But yeah, I think for me, it would be the Mitsubishi Eclipse. Obviously a lot of people wouldn't agree with that, but that is my answer for that. Right, after owning both the VXR, Astra VXR and Focus ST, which do you prefer and why? That's from VXR Gas. Well, obviously I prefer the Focus because it's reliable. Don't get me wrong, the Astra VXR is absolutely savage. I mean, even I know that a modified Astra VXR, even if like this was 300 brake, Astra VXR 300 brake, the Astra would absolutely decimate this. Like it wouldn't even be close. The Astra VXR is a lot faster car, they're a lot more savage, whereas this is better of a cruiser. It's more torquey, sort of mid-range. It's just a better car to daily. With the Astra VXR, they're both VXRs, or the Astra and the Corsa, more of a rough and ready car. You know, it's more of a like, after a long journey, you start getting a bit of a backache. But with this is a cruiser. I really like this car. I love the colour of it. I just love the soundtrack from it as well. But it is a very tough question, that, because they've both got their positives and their negatives. Obviously, the Astra VXR was a fast car, relatively cheap to get to power compared to this. These are a little bit more expensive, but they're very different cars. I can't really compare them, but at the moment, I think the Focus for me is what I prefer. But I do love the Astra VXR. If that had so much issues with mine, I would have kept it for years. But yeah, so I hope that sort of answers your question, mate. Next one, GB09 VXR. Yes, we all know who you are, mate. Old Georgie. Yeah, when we next go into Santa Pod, bro? Very overdue, race needed. Well, is that because you lost to me last time? I don't know if you guys saw that video when I went to Santa Pod in the course. Me and George had the race, and mate, you lost, didn't you? You lost. Whereas now, yeah, you're gonna beat me. So I need to get this car up to power first, mate, before I can even have a sort of like attempt to race her at the pod. But it will come, mate, definitely. So yeah, that's that one, mate. Right, cars does cars. Okay, simple. So like me, you are also on ST number 2. I'm actually on ST number 3, mate. This is my third one. In all the cars since and between, what's best? I don't know, because since my first Focus ST, I've had quite a lot. I used to be a bit of a car tart back in the day. I'd change a car after about 9 months a year. I don't know. I've had quite a lot. I've had a lot of Subarus. Obviously, I had my Saxo, which I turbocharged. But I think the one that stands out to me is my Corsa, because I had it for 4 years, and I basically took it from looking like, well, I'll put pictures up now, looking like that, to looking like this. So I think it's transformed a hell of I've transformed it a lot. Obviously I forged it. It's basically stock when I got it, and I built it up to 300 brake. I think that's, for me, that was like one of my best cars, because I had it for 4 years, and it was just a brilliant car the whole time I had it. And it was a car I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed modifying. And obviously getting into the VXR scene and meeting everybody in that sort of scene, which everyone was lovely. So yeah, I think that's going to be the one that was for the best for me. Next up, Vectra Z20 Net. All right, mate, what's the best car you had? All the best for 2024. Well, same goes for you, mate. All the best to you as well. I think I've sort of answered that question in the previous one. I think I've been asked this question a couple of times. I think for me, the best car I've had is a Corsa, just due to how long I had it and how far I took it, really. Either that or for building the Saxo as well, when I turbocharged that. But I think the Corsa is the one that stands out. One from Dylan Little. Dylan, congratulations on your Focus ST, mate. Best colour as well. Out of all the cars you've had, what one has been your favourite and why? Again, I think I've answered this question. Just it was the Corsa, and I've answered why as well. So yeah, sorry, mate. I have answered the question. All right, I'm sorry, guys. This question has been asked a few times, but I want to give everyone a mention who's asked the question. James VXR, you all know James. He's a regular on my channel. How far brake horsepower wise do you think you would have gone with the VXR if it had worked? Wow, I don't know, because I had it. I can't remember what I got it up to now. I think it's like 320 I got it up to, or something like that. I liked how the power sat. It was savage enough. I would love to have got it forged and gone full Garrett like Vinny's. When Vinny took me out in his and had to go in his, even I was frightened to death to drive it because it wasn't my car, but the power must be savage. Like, Bill, if you're watching, like, just seeing your car going in the videos and stuff like that, man, that thing is just like, oh my God. Like, I would have loved to have that sort of power. Like, I would love to have a Garrett car. I really would. But yeah, that's, I think, if I'd have kept it as long as a Corsa, chances are I would have got it forged and then gone full out with the power wise, I suppose, and gone for a Garrett setup in the end. But unfortunately, that didn't happen because it was about as reliable as a chocolate fireguard and almost broke me. Next one, Nabs Andy Mac. What do you do for a job to fund these cars? Mate, I'm not. The money I'm on isn't that great. It really ain't. Basically, what I do for a living is I jet wash new builds. So explain it, like, when a new build's built, obviously the scaff, the brick it and it's off scaff. And when they pull all the scaff down, there's like band lines of mortar where the scaff is sat against the brickwork. So I go in there, scraping it all off, and I spray acid up and jet wash it down to make it look all lovely and clean. So that is basically my job. I work on new builds, spraying, just basically cleaning up after the brickies. So if you're a messy brickie, I hate you. But if you're a clean brickie, crack on. Right, and the next one, well, the final one, Ewan Scott. I don't know if I pronounce your name right or not. Ewan, Owen, I'm not too, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. What's your current tyre pressure on the ST? I have no idea. I've not checked the tyre pressure since I've had it. But no, I don't know. They're pumped up. They're pumped up, so that does for me. They're not flat. They're all got air in. But yeah, and that is it. That is all the questions. Again, thanks for all the questions, guys, and I hope everyone had a brilliant Christmas, and I'm wishing everyone all the best in the new year for 2024. Hopefully I can get some modifications started on this. Over the past few weeks, money has been really tight for me with Christmas and stuff like that, which is why I've not been doing any mods to it. But in the new year, I'm going to change all that. Mods will be coming. I want to start throwing some money at this now. It's time. I need to sort of put my own stamp on it. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure you smash that like button, and I hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas, and I'll see you on the next one.